guys, I welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing great. So for today's class, we are not going for any tutorial video. We will just see we will just see how to set up development environment for ES6. So this we chose this topic because this was suggested by our viewers in a feedback that they want to see a environmental setup for ES6. So we are going to execute these steps and what steps we should follow for the development environment setup. So let's directly jump into the process and let's see how it's done. So guys, before jumping into the environmental setup process, I just want you guys to know what is Babel and Webpack, which is highly important for you to know. So as in our first video of ES6 part 1, I already told you that Babel is a transpiler. So basically what it does is, if we are writing a web application using ES6, it has to be understood by all the browsers, modern plus old browsers. But basically old browsers, they don't understand ES6. So we have to convert ES6 code to ES5, which is browser understandable. So ES5 is understood by all the browsers. So for old browsers which does not support ES6, we need to convert ES6 code to ES5. So we do that conversion using Babel, that is called a transpiler, which transpiles ES6 code to ES5. So this is why we use Babel. Now next is the Webpack. So what is the use of Webpack in our web application is, Webpack act as a bundler, JavaScript bundler. So why we need a bundler? Because when we are writing our code in our application, we will write it into different modules. Separate functionality we will keep in separate modules. So according to different modules, we will import, like in our ES6 last video, modules video, we saw how we import our one module into another module and use it. So while doing this, we have multiple modules, but we have to, but what happens, in order to do hosting for the application, we need to convert it into a single file and then send it. So that is where the bundler comes in use. So we will convert all the separate modules into a single file and put it for hosting. So that's why Webpack is used. It acts as a JavaScript bundler. So let's carry on with the process. So the first step is to create a folder. So here we are going to create a folder, new folder, and with the name ES6. You can keep any name, but for our reference, we are keeping ES6. So now next what we are going to do is, so now after creating the folder, from here we will go to open the command prompt from within the folder, and after that we will check our node version. So what is the node version in our system? So for me it's version 10.16.3. So if you don't have Node, then please go to the browser, type install Node or download Node and download the latest version according to your system. If it is a MacBook, download it for iOS, and if it is Windows, download it for Windows, the latest version. After that, we are going to do npm init. So what npm init will do, it will initialize the Node package manager, which is called package.json. So basically package.json is a metadata of our, it's a metadata of our project. So in package.json, we will have the dependencies and the dev dependencies, all those things, related stuff. So next, what we will do, here we are doing package name as JS Ninja, version will be 1.10.0. Description will be a sample app. So whatever you wish, you can give your description. After that, just enter. Yeah. So whatever details you want, you can give directly and it will come into your package.json. So is this okay? Yes. So going to the folder, you will see package.json inside ES6. Yeah. Now I'm going to open this package.json into our Visual Studio Code and let's see what it contains. So here it came, package.json, and it is having name, version, description, Scripts like inside scripts you can mention whatever the script to run your application for testing, for ESLint errors, and for specific things. After that you can have dependencies and dev dependencies inside your package.json. So now I'm going to open the terminal, and after opening the terminal I'm going to install the webpack. So how to install it? So now for installing webpack we will write the command as npm install webpack --save and so it's a dev dependency because we need webpack only for the development purpose. So that's why we are writing this command. So it will start installing the webpack now. So by that time, till the time this is getting installed, let's create index.html file. Here, yeah, so here the dependencies a webpack is installed. Now in index.html, we are just defining our HTML file, initial file. So always HTML file will start with the doc type and HTML language, lang equal to whatever language you want to give. Head. And the title here. So our sample app or sample ES6. Here goes the body. Inside body you can keep your whatever you want to display. Yeah. So now after body we are going to create the script tag for our source. I'm telling you line by line everything so that you people can understand that actually the process. So inside source we will give the bundle.js and type will be text / JavaScript. So we have created the index.html now. So now we are going to create main.js new file. So it's a script file. So here we are just going to give some console. Yeah, JS Ninja sample app. Yeah. So our application is going to start from this file only. This is the main file, entry point. So now next step is to create the webpack config file. So in order to create webpack config file, we will just write webpack.config.js. The file name has to be the same, okay? You can't change it. This is it. So inside this webpack config file, yeah, so inside everything related to the ES6. So let's see what we have. So here inside module.export, we will write all the files related to main.js. We are going to convert from ES6 to ES5. So inside this, we will mention all the files related to main.js. So here first will be the entry point. So entry means whatever we will mention inside entry will be the entry point of the application. And remember guys, there will be only one entry point, always one entry point for the entire application. So here we are having main.js as our entry point. So after that we will have output. So inside output, we will give file name we will give. Inside output, we will have a file name and we will give bundle.js. So inside index.html, we are giving bundle.js. So that only we are going to give for the output. Yeah. So after this, we are going to the package.json, and inside the script, we are going to create build for our application. So inside build, we will mention webpack, because here for our application we are using webpack for converting we are using Webpack only. So that's why Webpack here we are mentioning. So now we are going to check whether our build script is working or not. So we are going to give the command as npm run build. Let's see whether it works or not. So it is asking for CLI. So we need to install CLI. So we'll put yes. So now it's getting installed. So it's created the dist folder with bundle.js, as you can see. Yeah. So now we need to create the development server. So now we are going to create a Webpack dev server for hot module replacement. That command will be npm install webpack dev server -- save and dev. So what it will do actually, hot module reloading is if you do any change in your file, it will be reflected in your browser. So like that, whatever change you do, you just save and you can see the browser in your local host. So like for that purpose only, we are creating Webpack dev server. So it's created now. I'm going to change the command here as Webpack dev server. See here, yeah. Earlier it was Webpack. Now after installing Webpack dev server, we have changed the build command to Webpack dev server. I'm going to run the build once again. After configuring the dev server, we are running the build again. So once it is done, yeah, it's compiled successfully. As you can see, so it's running in localhost 8080. So we have to open and we will get to see the console. Yeah, here localhost 8080. Here we are able to see JS Ninja sample app. Here you can see. So as you can see the output here, JS Ninja sample app. So this is how the initial setup for using for Webpack and bundler and your payable and all, using all those things. This is how the initial setup. So now I'm going to stop the server and going to run the Babel related configurations. So here npm install Babel core, Babel loader and Babel preset ES2015. Why 2015? Because we have to convert it to we have to convert it to ES6 to from ES6 to ES5. That's why. So let it get installed. Yeah, it's installed. So in package.json, you can see all the Babel related dependencies, dev dependencies, Babel core, Babel loader, and Babel preset ES2015. So now we are going to configure the Babel inside the Webpack. So how to do that? We'll just inside module, we are going to keep loaders. In that loader will be an array. Inside that we are putting loader and Babel loader and test. Now we are converting only JS files, right? So that's why we are writing JS like this. So the regex for JS related files like this. And also I have to exclude the node modules. So I don't want the node modules every time Webpack is running. So I'm excluding the node modules. So we have created Babel configuration inside our Webpack. To do, we are going to create some ES6 code inside our main.js. So after that, we can see how ES6 code is converted to ES5. So let's see, here we are taking let app, and we are passing app is a functional, I mean here app is just a function, arrow function. Inside that we are taking name as a parameter, and we are just consoling the name, console logging the name, our app, and whatever name we will pass. So here we are passing JS Ninja. So the output we can see is will be our app JS Ninja. We are going to run the application again. So npm run build. So we are going to check after running successfully. We will check in localhost 8080. So let's see. Yeah, so it gives our app Ninja also in the second console output. So this is how it's running. So this is what the initial setup was all about. We just have to take care about the webpack config.js, and using npm init we have to create our package.json, and we will have an main entry point of the application, which is main.js. So inside main.js you can keep all your code, and you can start utilizing this basic setup for your ES6 applications. So this was all about our today's video. So, and yeah, and also if you have any doubt regarding any of the steps in the setup, you can just write in the comment section below. I'll be addressing all your comments and feedbacks, and will be coming up with another video if needed. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope this topic is clear to you. If any doubts, please let me know. Thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.